Прикольное видео, турнір pokerstars. Интересный вариант. Ну, давайте подивимося и выберем лучших игроков. Интересные комбинации. Let's go.
You don't want me to call, do you?
No, she does not. Zinman is tortured. Nerves of steel.
Looks like she will raise.
Yep.
Makes it 4,200. Todd Bogosian folds the small. Andre Lobzanidze is the short stack in the big blind. And he just calls with ace-4?
It's a hand he should defend with normally, but with his stack, there's a strong argument for shoving.
Wow, he flops two pairs. Xuan Lu flops the nuts.
Cheesy Pete's, this flop is just unfair.
Lobzanidze checks, seemingly setting up the trap.
Someone's going broke here.
Xuan Lu bets 5,100.
There's so many aces and draws that will pay you off. Obviously two pairs too.
He raises small in a bid to induce. He does induce.
Cool.
This is not the situation he wanted, though.
Like a moldy ice chest, this is just a gross cooler.
He does have outs. An ace or a 4 would see him improve to a full house and double up. So jack on the turn.
Heart's not a factor.
And the river is a 3.
Certainly the grossest cooler we've seen this season so far.
Sorry.
You don't have to be sorry.
Xuan Lu has 9-7 suited on the button. And she will call as well.
Saviakis is getting huge odds, kind of like the deal he must have gotten on that hat. It's the kind of hat that should come with a free bowl of soup.
Looks good on you, though. 4-way to the flop.
Double check them queens. Yep.
8-6 deuce.
With the hands that are out there, this is a dangerous flop for those queens. Zimmy's got to bet, try to thin this field a little.
It's been checked to him, and he does bet 11,200.
What the heck is this guy doing? I guess with the ace of clubs, he feels like he's less likely to be up against a flush draw, but I think he's almost never going to have the best hand here.
He calls. Xuan Lu is up and down, plus she has the flush draw.
She is huge.
And she will raise. She makes it 34,000 total.
I have a few problems with this raise, a stack size problem and a range problem. As far as ranges go, she can be raising a lot of semi-bluffs here and not too many value hands. For stack sizes, she's leaving herself an awkward amount where she's basically going to have to shove by the river.
Ziad is called. Simeonis is finally folded.
Did you a favor, pal.
King of spades on the turn.
I think if Xuan has a set or kings or queens, she probably just calls the flop. I don't know.
Zimnan now checks. Xuan Lu continues. 56,000.
That leaves her with less than a pot-sized bet behind.
There's the call. The pot now 215,000. 8 of spades on the river. The board bricks out for Lu.
Now she's in a really tough spot. She can check and give this hand up or shove and basically risk her tournament life on a 9-high bluff on a board that clearly bricked out.
She moves all in.
Pulled the trigger. There's a good shot. This looks like just what it is. A busted draw. The turn and river came brick.
A tough decision for Zimnan Ziad.
Can I have a count, please?
She has him covered, just.
If you go back to the flop, I don't think there are a ton of hands she could be raising for value. Kings and aces probably just call the flop. Sets would maybe raise. Her value raises are very narrow.
You like your hand this time?
Oh, no, she does not.
How's one? You don't want me to call, do you?
No, she does not.
You gonna show? Huh?
Zinman is tortured. One thing Xuan's got going for her is that she just emptied the clip, so looking at it on the whole, it's hard to believe she'd risk her whole tournament on a bluff.
He folds the queens.
Nerves of
Покажи карты.
steel.
Покажи, блин, покажи ему прям.
Can show one. This one.
Not.
Either card would certainly give it away. You got bluffed, sir. Spectacular brassy play by Xuan Lu.
Aces for Xuan Lu.
Now you might be thinking automatic free bet.
No, it's a call. And that flop is king high.
Dangerous flop for two aces. Jake's got way more equity now than he did before the flop.
As well as a pair of kings. He has a gut shot straight draw plus a backdoor flush draw. He continues for 2,200.
67.
Xuan Lu raises to 6,700.
Now, not everyone's going to raise here since Jake's likely to c-bet almost all of his hands. Typically, this raise might get him to fold some of his weaker hands, but luckily he's flopped really well, so Xuan's probably going to get some value out of him.
Wow, Cody lays it down.
That is an absolutely stellar fold.
Xuan Lu has king 8.
Looks like Xuan is getting cute here. She's also going to raise light,
Jack 10 suited for Aniel in the small blind.
a hand you're usually going to want to see a flop with.
Roulette 10 против короля 8.
He calls. And Jorma Newton in the big blind has 8-6 off.
Getting better than 5 to 1. I don't know what to say. I guess he has to call, but you'd almost rather not be getting such good odds.
He does call. 3-way to the flop. The flop is queen 9-6 with 2 spades. It's gone check, check. Here comes the c-bet from Xuan.
9-10 roulette. Дама. Блин.
She makes it 3,100.
Aniel open-ended. Pairs are also live.
He calls. And Newton folds.
Folds a pair and a straight flush draw. Tight.
7 of spades on the turn.
Wow, that is one of the best turns in the deck for Xuan. It looks like Aniel's trying to take the lead away. Typically might work if this weren't such a great card for her.
He bets 7,600.
My guess is he's planning on following this up with another bet on the river, depending on what hits. Now, even though Xuan's already ahead, she's got every draw imaginable.
Raise.
She calls the 7,600 and we go to the river. Which is the 4 of spades, the second nut flush for Xuan Lu.
Runner, runner, Indian summer. If Angel's gonna double barrel, it would be disastrous for him.
He doesn't, he checks.
He chose wisely. I think Xuan should check here, try to trap him.
She bets 13,500.
To call.
Don't think you can call, brah. And if you're thinking about raising, I don't think she's folding the second nuts.
7-4. Ничего.
He lays it down.
Xuan Lu gets there, even though she was ahead the whole time.
Xuan Lu on the button has Jack 8 of clubs.
Uh-oh, Xuan getting frisky.
She squeezes. It's a 3-bet to 11,100.
How much you playing behind?
Talk to my lawyer. Xuan not happy with that answer. Not really sure she's obligated to do much else.
If you don't want to tell me, it's okay, but you have to stack them in stack of 20s.
And I don't think she does. I think she just has to make them all visible. The dealer can count them down. This is painful.
You can't tell.
Is he flirting?
Just stack them in 20s. You'll speed it up.
This is a pre-flop leveling war, the likes of which I have never seen.
All right, we went the long way, but we got there.
Is he calling or raising?
We could have done it faster.
He's calling.
He did say Xuan was the player to watch. I just didn't think he meant this closely.
Туз корова 7-5. Чирк.
Simelionis has called as well, so we're going 3-way to the flop.
His call's a little out of line, I think, but he is stacked pretty deep.
The Jack 7-3 flop.
Lu flops best.
Joanda checks.
Simelionis flopped a pair as well.
He checks as well.
On to you, pre-flop aggressor. Should have no problem c-betting.
$16,300.
A lot of players are going to make an ego frustration play here after an exchange like that.
Joanda folds.
The right decision. Now Simelionis is in a position where he has to call another bet now after flopping a pair in a 3-bet pot.
He does call.
Xuan can check back the turn now. Even if she thinks she has the best hand, she won't want to bloat the pot too much, and assuming Simelionis doesn't go crazy.
Ace of clubs on the turn.
Oof, Joanna would have hit his ace. Too soon.
До флеша.
Xuan now has the flush draw to go with her pair.
She does check behind.
10 of spades on the river. Tap, tap, tap.
Check.
And Xuan checks behind.
Jack.
That river wasn't a great card for Xuan, mostly because it makes it harder for her to get called by worse. Now Juana gets to see what all that commotion was about pre-flop. That's right, it was Jack 8.
Question is, does Xuanda have a point? Should players keep their chips in stacks of 20?